The Don Tony and Kevin Castle show contains explicit language and is intended for mature audiences only. But just because you're mature doesn't mean you can't be a little naughty.
You guys hear any rumor, or you guys hear any confirmation on the rumors of Peoria Maria coming back to WWE?
Who?
Maria
Kanellis?
Maria from Chicago?
Peoria.
Illinois or whatever?
Peoria, yeah.
Where you're from, Mish, and that's state.
Yeah, from that
that state, yes.
She's not from
no, I didn't hear any.
Okay. All right. Yeah, no, I saw a couple things. I think she put up a video maybe about a month or two ago where she was talking about getting back into WWE, and it was kind of like, I was just curious if there's any confirmation on that, or if she was just blowing everybody again.
You want to know something? I compare that to when Debra McMichael thought that, that TNA fans, wrestling fans were dying to have her in TNA. Newer listeners to our show, you got to go on DonTonyKevinCastle.com and go into the search box and type in Debra. And listen to the episodes that we did like 6, 7 years ago, or 5 years ago, when Debra and that fucking hick, I don't remember the name of that guy that had that website, he was doing trying to get all these places to interview Debra because she started this campaign that, trying to get TNA to bring her in, that millions of wrestling fans were signing petitions to bring her in. Marvin Ward, thank you, Boom Shakalaka. That's a long-time listener, my friend. Marvin Ward and Debra McMichael. Just search this guy put up this phony campaign that I took this guy to task for, and I'm not lying. I'll take credit for this one. I exposed that guy for being a fraud. He was having Debra do all these radio interviews around the United States because there were millions of fans that were insisting that Debra should be in TNA reunited with Jeff Jarrett. And I basically said, Debra, this guy Nathan Ward probably just wants to bang you. There's no such campaign. Millions of fans, unfortunately, don't give a fuck about you anymore and your 53-year-old legs. And unfortunately, you're only going to be... the only time you're going to be wanted is to pull up an episode of Attitude from 1999. And sure enough, it was all a fraud. She got no job there. I felt bad and everything, but hey, I had a duty to do, and that was to expose Marvin Ward, that fucking hick motherfucker. Have you heard of Marvin Ward after that happened? I don't think so.
No.
I tell you, and I think Maria Kanellis is the same thing. I think Maria Kanellis, this is what we're talking about, right? Maria Kanellis?
Yeah.
Yeah, she look, it's like Ashley Massaro, Ashley Massaro, for a brief moment, thought that all wrestling fans want to see her back in WWE. They wanted to see her back on Raw. The photo of her from 2006 on Raw. They don't want to see her now with the fucking lips that look like fucking Mike Tyson punched her in her mouth. Maria Kanellis, she's still extremely attractive, and
extremely.
She's very attractive, but I think time has passed her by. I don't think wrestling fans really give a fuck about her in WWE. Seriously, why would you want Maria Kanellis when you got Sasha Banks and everybody else there?
Oh no, I agree. It was more of a pensive question that I was asking. I didn't want her back in the company.
Nah, she might. Where Maria Kanellis will fit into WWE? WWE.com. When they do a Where Are They Now, or they want to interview. What do you think about Charlotte's future in WWE? And
that's terrible.
Or they may compare her to somebody, but I mean, put it this way: Maria Kanellis shows.
What's it like, Maria, to be a has-been that nobody cares about anymore? Questions, comment?
At 32 years old.
What's it like that your biggest claim to fame is in the independent promotion because nobody remembers what you did in WWE?
What's her boyfriend in Ring of Honor? She was dating somebody?
Yeah, I forget what the fuck his name is. He's a ROH guy or was. Mike something.
Yeah, well, nobody, honestly, look, she's an attractive woman, but unfortunately, Maria, I invite her, go on NXT's website, go on WWE's website, look at all the divas and the upcoming people, and you ask yourself, seriously, what separates you from those, other than maybe the number of men in WWE that you might have slept with while you were employed there? What separates you between them? I'm serious. If you really think about it, what separates Maria Kanellis from the current Divas roster and the upcoming NXT Divas that are over there that have that crazy work ethic?
Oh, that's it right there. They have a work ethic and skill, and she has none of that.
Yeah, what has she done?
Nothing.
Since she left WWE. I mean, really, I worked Ring of Honor. Ooh, excuse me.
These impersonations getting more extreme.
Gee, that's the promotion that Mike Johnson and everybody else has made it sound like the next coming of Jesus Christ for the last 13 years. That only gets 2,000 people WrestleMania weekend, but everywhere else it's 300 or 400 people, or just like recently when they canceled their June 29th event. Wow. Really? Ring of Honor? Okay. What else? What else did she do besides blow Mike Bennett?
Yeah, that's all she did. She got married. That's it.
Yeah. What makes her stand out? Did she go? Really? What makes her stand out?
Steve.
Yeah. Look, we're all joking aside. Maria Kanellis offers nothing, nothing to WWE fans. What is she gonna do? You mean when she was in her early 20s? Maybe 24, 25, and looking hot and sexy and everything. That's fine. You think what is she now? A MILF? I mean, what is she going to do? Does she have a crazy wrestling ability?
Has she procreated? No. Does she have little shitlins running around?
I don't know. But the point is, she's past. I don't put it this way. Anybody out there?
You're saying she's a young past her prime type.
Well, let me put it like this. Everybody out there that thinks we're being a little bit too harsh, ask yourself this one question. I want you right now, you don't have to type it. If you're listening on the download, you don't have to say it publicly. I want you to close your eyes right now and think to yourself one thing. I want the first thing that comes to mind when I say, what is the greatest match that you ever saw of Maria Kanellis? What's your most memorable match?
I couldn't even tell you a good match she's had. I could tell you when she's looked good, like sexually. There's a couple of times I thought she looked cute, but I couldn't name anything wrestling related that
Beth
she did.
Phoenix, I can name 6 matches right off the top of my head, that I remember with her. I even remember when she won the Divas Champion when she was crying hysterically because it really meant that much to her. I can't think of one match that Maria Kanellis was in that I remember that was like, wow, she showed me a lot. Maria
versus Umaga. When Umaga stiffed her in the corner and hit her so hard that she buckled through the ropes. That was awesome.
Yeah, that's going to get her a job back.
She takes a punch like a dude. That's always nice, right? I worked for Candice Michelle for a little while there, too.
You know what? Let's hope Maria has really thought about a career outside of wrestling, because if she hasn't, and she starts falling into the deeps of depression. Yeah. Obviously we don't want anything tragic to happen to her, but if she does not get it into a different
I don't
profession,
think she's a Sunny type. I don't think she's in any kind of trouble.
No, I don't think she's in any kind of trouble. Wait a minute. I think I remember. Was she the idiot that actually tried to make a song on iTunes that was heavily like Corey?
Yeah, dude, do you even know who you're talking about? The tall, skinny, good-looking chick from Illinois. She dated CM Punk.
Mish.
She was a Diva contestant. Maria, she was all bubbly and cutesy, but she was real tall and skinny. I think you were like confusing her with somebody else.
No, Mish didn't
Maria? She was also an announcer at one. She was an interviewer backstage at one point.
Mish,
and she would do. Mish, didn't she have a gimmick where she would make mistakes when she was interviewing people and get all cutesy?
That's Maria Kanellis.
She was the dumbass. Yeah. What were you saying?
Yeah, like the dumbass gimmick.
Mish, didn't she attempt? Didn't she attempt on iTunes to try to launch a musical career, and it was heavily auto-tuned?
Yes, it was the fantasy song. And
that went well. Yeah. That went well. Yeah. No, trust me, Kev. I don't make well. When it comes to dumb bitches in wrestling, I don't make my mistakes. Whoa. I don't make mistakes when it comes to dumb bitches in wrestling. Look, she could be educated. She's attractive.
I think she is. Yeah.
But unfortunately, since she's left WWE, there wasn't one memorable match that she showed ability that I remember while she was there. There hasn't been one match of ability that I've seen since she's been gone. She's been most well known of standing along the corner of Mike Bennett in Ring of Honor. I'm sorry, that doesn't get you back in WWE, not in this age.
And you know what the awesome thing is this is the only good thing I can honestly say about her leaving WWE. Now, all of a sudden, after all these years of removing women like Maria, now we have Sasha Banks. Now we have Charlotte. Now we have Bayley. Now we actually have attractive women that can fucking wrestle. Yeah.
Yep. Well,
Molly Holly would have been proud.
And not only that, I think Maria Kanellis probably wants to get back to WWE so she could be on fucking Total Divas.
Oh,
I'm sure. I am sure of that.
Because she
screams of that show.
Let me put it this way: I haven't seen on Twitter lately Maria Kanellis and saying, "Oh, I wish my first fantasy match would be with Charlotte." The first time Charlotte kicks her in the head, she's going to be fucking counting Mike Bennett's in front of her fucking head when she goes to sleep.
She's going to be drooling in the corner like fucking some punch-drunk boxer, man.
She's going to be like, Umaga, I'm coming to see you now, brother. So trust me, there ain't no fantasy matches. You know, you go at least on Twitter, you go on Medusa's page, she talks about people she would love to work today if she was still wrestling. You have people that have been gone from WWE, and they talk about people of today. Even Missy Hyatt puts over so many people, so many women in NXT right now. You go on Maria Kanellis' website, look at the colored nails I got today. Fuck
I'll be honest, I don't remember sounding like that.
That's